Hello everybody, it's Evie Sunflower here. Today I'm going to do a nice little breakfast tray, but I'm going to do it in a seaside theme. I'm going to use shells and seaweed and sand that I've got in here. So if you'd like to come along with the journey with me, you're welcome. Thank you. First of all, I've got a new mould here. I've not used this one before, so we'll get that out. Oops. It looks rather nice. So there's indentations. Oh, I see. So the back is going to be the top when you flip it over, so the cup will sink in and the food can sink in into the carved out area. Okay, I'll clean this up with some isopropyl alcohol. Make sure I've just put finger marks on it. So, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm just checking that there's no bits, just a bit of painter's tape here just to tap on and make sure I've not dropped anything into the mould itself. Okay, you can see here I've got some seaweed, I've got some shells here, I've got some crushed black brown shells there, and off the camera I've got some liquid pigments by Reversible Expressions. The first one I'm going to use is called, you can't read the bottle because it's so covered in pigment. Lapis Lazuli is my favourite. I must get some more because I've just about out. So the first thing I'm going to do is pour in the darkest sea. Now it's just working out where I'm going to place that. Might turn this around. So I might make this the beach here, and that's the ocean there. So I think first of all I might pour a little bit of clear around the edge into the depression there. The epoxy resin that I'm using is platinum, ultra clear, food safe resin. I'm just going to make sure that's all the way along, no air bubbles. It's lovely, it's beautiful and clear, and I can't see any air bubbles at the moment. Just checking though on those little, on the edges, that's if they're going to be anywhere, it will be there. Let's just give them a little bit of base around here, that's all. I can see a few there, but I'll keep my eye on those, make sure that they're okay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put in some lapis lazuli. It will run over, I know, and that's fine. And the next one I'm going to do is put some sand in. So I've just got some sand from the beach where I went the other day, Green Beach here in Tasmania. Lovely beach. Just mixing it with a little bit of the resin. Hope I'm under the camera. Right, so I might put a bit of beach around this section. That's a little bit of seaweed there. I'll just pop that off there. So I'll put some beach around. I was wondering if anyone would like to do this. I'm going to be teaching beach scenes in coasters or in trays. If you'd like to participate, please just contact me, leave me a message on my YouTube channel, or my Facebook art page is exactly the same name as my YouTube channel, which is Art and Creations by Vet. So I'm looking forward to teaching a nice resin course in a couple of weeks' time. So I might make this the landing here, you know, maybe where this is where someone sat on the beach, or might need a little bit more. Just got some, where are they? I'll just get a wipe here. Because I don't want that sand there or there. There, mop that out. Right, so we've got a bit more of the lapis lazuli here. I'll pop on this side. Okay. The next one that I'm going to use is called Horizon in the liquid pigments. As you know, the sea is not one colour at all, it's many colours. So make sure that's mixed well. This is not ink, this is actual liquid pigment, so it won't fade. When you mix it into the resin, it's really stable, and this resin I'm using is UV protectant. So okay, so I'm going to add a bit of the blue Horizon up to the colour there. The next colour I'm going to use is True Blue in liquid pigments. And then I shall put a greeny colour in as well. So it's a lot lighter. Anymore. I'm going to have to cut off and make some more resin. I did check to see that it was level, but it's slightly out on this side, so I've just popped a couple of sticks underneath, and you can see the white on top of the sand. That is actually air bubbles, so I'm just going to, with a very gentle tradie torch here, as you can see, it just disappears. Going to pop that over. Careful with your mould. And you can see everything's disappeared. These are great, these tradie torches. I've just purchased these from Bunnings, and inside there's a refillable lighter. And you can see the blue flame there, and you just have to be careful that you don't put it down until it's actually gone out. Right, so I've mixed up some more resin here now. And I'm going to pour some more for the sea. Pour some more for the sand. Mix some more sand up. Everything I've got here is just what I've collected for when I go to beaches. So when you come, if you'd like to participate in the class, so long as your shells are small, and I've got plenty here though, if you haven't got any products, enhancements you would like to put in if you've collected. And I just put in real shells and real sand, and I just love it, you know, real seaweed. So I'll mix this sand one up fairly thick so it's not going to run too badly. Although sand always runs into the sea anyway, doesn't it? Right, some more. Where was that? Blue Horizon. That's the one I want to put in there now again. About 4 or 5 drops. Mix thoroughly. If you want it lighter, you put less drops in. Be mixing all this up so that we've got all a variation of shade. A bit more lapis lazuli. Okay, I'm also going to add in, I'll just get rid of those air bubbles. I haven't got much gas in this, they need filling up. Just as the air bubbles are coming up through the sand. Right, so I'm going to actually add a few nice little seashells, etc. Where's my tweezers? I've got many sets of tweezers, but I don't know where I've put them. Oh, I'll have to use my fingers. Where are my tweezers? Excuse me. I'll turn it off and I'll find the tweezers. Okay, so remembering this is going to be turned up the other way. Let me think. So I probably should have put the shells down first. It's hard to work it out when it's going to be upside down. Okay, well I might put some shells in. And they always congregate in little circles too, don't they? Might put a couple down here as well, where it's deeper. Let them fill up with resin. It's a nice little one. I'm going to try and turn that one upside down under there. So I hope we can still see these when I've finished. If not, you won't be seeing this film. I'll have to make another one tomorrow. But I wanted to make one so that people could see what they could make if they'd like to come. All right. So the next colour I'm going to add in there is some green. This one's called Pine Green. Okay. Okay, I've turned the board around. I think I'll have to re-level this table. Usually it's perfectly level. You can see I've added a few more little bits and pieces. I'm going to add little bits of seaweed. It gets caught up, doesn't it, on the beach? Comes into the beach and gets caught up. So we'll put little bits here. The nice thing, this is a fun thing to do because you're creating with real things that might mean something to you and bring back nice memories of when you've spent a day at the beach. Right, so I'm now going to actually put some more blues in. And just swirl it around. Still is too low, isn't it? Okay, we're going to lift that up there. Just want some more of that lapis lazuli in there too. Oh, there we are. That's good. Okay, I'm going to make a little bit of cast in white to make waves. So you just need a tiny weeny bit. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here. Because we'll just be drizzling a little bit over later. So I want it to thicken up. So I'll leave that there to thicken. And I'm going to pour some clear around here just to thin this out here around. And see what I've done. Pull out some sand coming out to the sea. I just want some of this dark over here. Okay, turn that off for a moment. I'll be right back. This is the casting craft, opaque pigment. You only need a little bit. Hopefully this is not blocked up. Oh no, I've just put a little bit in there. That's good. I'll give that a stir. This is what I'm going to use to make the waves. Okay, so we'll just leave that aside for a moment. See if I need any more seaweed. Might pop a bit in there. Right. A little bit more green there. A bit more lapis lazuli. That's looking a bit better. Okay, now I'm going to just pop some air bubbles again, just as they're coming up. I might get another blowtorch. Yes, here we are. This one's got a bit more. Got lots of these. Just popping those little bubbles that have come to the surface now. Now they sort of work their way out from underneath the shells and the sand. Careful you don't burn your mould. And let it go out before you put it down. Just going to move that shell and seaweed there. I've actually got some little starfish somewhere, but I don't want to stop and have to try and find them at this moment. So I want to pop in some brown shells, crushed seashells now. I've got a few here. Just go and get some others that I've got that I'd like to use. This bag here is of semi-precious stones, all sorts of crystals and agates and amethyst that I actually, where am I? That I actually managed to get at Beaconsfield in a gem shop there. And I'm going to use a few of those too, just to add a little bit more interest. And why not? Sure, I'll give this to someone precious. Okay. This is looking quite good. I'm happy with how this is turning out. I have got some rocks, but only if I can find one that's not too thick. I'd like to also use a couple of rocks. That should be good. How's my cast and craft? I can never find where this is supposed to be. Cast and craft. Oh yes, it's a nice stream. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do a little pour around the sand dune. And around because you always get a whirlpool, don't you, when there's rocks. Okay, we'll leave it at that, and now we're going to blow it. I'm going to take these gloves off because they're covered in sticky. Just got a heat gun here. Just going to use this to blow some hot air, which will sort of push the cast and craft into the resin and swell it and hopefully make some lovely waves. The idea is to blow away, and we'll see how it goes. The only thing is I've gunked up the lid. Oh, it's working. You see how that works? Okay, you can see I've got some waves in there. Just need to make them more defined, I think. A little bit over here. Right, let's try that. Well, that's working better. That's giving it a bit of lacing and the bubbles like on the sea. I think I need a little more. Probably put too much in now, but we'll see. Okay, I think I might leave that. I had hoped to have a little clear area there, but I didn't achieve that, sadly. And I've run out of resin now. This will have a top coat on. Yeah, we'll have a top coat on. Right, so we might just leave that and see how that goes. Thank you for watching so far. You can see I've sprinkled over more sand. I wanted to make it more of a little dune, you know, sand dune coming in here. And I found my dried out starfish. So I want to pop a starfish in. There. I also added a bit of mother of pearl enhancements, broken up pieces of mother of pearl in there as well. So hopefully they'll pick up something, make it more interesting. Usually in the sand I add a bit of gold glitter, but I didn't today for some reason. Sometimes it just will float. So, I mean, this sort of thing can be done different ways. You can add enhancements and then cure it with UV resin, which cures instantly. So they stay where you put them. You know, a lot of people do it that way, but I prefer more of a natural flow personally. I'm loving what's happening here with the cell structure and the lacing in the waves and the bubbles. And although I've sprinkled on the sand, it's the moisture, it's just absorbed some of the moisture, which is great. I'll just show you how I did that because I want to put a bit more in. Making this more of a sand dune round here. See how that's being absorbed now? It's absorbing some of the fluid. It won't make the resin any less strong by any means. I'll just put a few more mother of pearls in here. Just mix that in with the sand. As long as it's no higher than the top of the mould, you don't want anything sticking through. No, I think we'll be right there. I think we'll be right. Okay. Oh, just that one over there. Is that too high, I wonder? Because it's up on the ridge of the sand. Let me just see. Oh no, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Right, I'm just going to scrape in any last little bits I've got. Because resin's expensive, especially when you're like me and you like to use good quality. I don't like to endanger myself or my students, so we use the best, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Yep, there we go, that's great. Oh, what about, is there any more green? There's a little bit of green here. Let's see if we can't put that along the edge there. There, that's great. Well, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will see you tomorrow when we put our top coat on. There we go. Thank you for watching so far. Well, here it is finished, and it looks beautiful on this side, but I think I've got it upside down with my decoration. So I'm thrilled with how this looks. So I may, and look how beautiful, shiny and clear that resin is. It's cured, fabulous. That's the Platinum Ultra Clear. It comes off easily. Now this is the moment of truth. Look at this, isn't that beautiful? This is the way up it's supposed to go. No. See, it's an indentation for your cup and your lunch, but I've done it upside down with my decorating. But this is how I'm used to doing trays. So I can still use it this way. I think that's the way I'll use it. Go.
Hi everybody, I don't show you me very often because I always look a mess. So what I'm going to do now on this beautiful piece of oceanscape that I've created here, I'm going to enhance just the edges with some gold, probably permanent gold pen here. So it's very easy, it's just a case of resting it on the top. And I've gone round with some wet and dry because there was 2 tiny air bubbles right on the edge that I had to file down. I'll just get this through, press it down a bit. And we just continue to go around the very edge. Don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, see how that's enhancing the edge? And I'm going to do that on the top and on the bottom. And I'll be right back. I've completed one side with the edging, so I'm now going to turn it over and I'm going to just do the edging on this side as well. This side, around here. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I am. I'm having a great day. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I've got, oopsie. You just place the pen on the edge and just run around. I've got 2 classes on the weekend. One's full already, and that's for the string and chain pull painting, a rather large painting we're doing. And then the next day, that's the Saturday, and then on the Sunday we're doing resin seascapes. Exactly what I've done here in coasters, so that should be a lot of fun. I only put that up, advertised that last night, so we'll see how that goes. Pretty hot here today in Tassie. It's not sure what the date is. I think it's the middle of March now, and it's actually 30 degrees today. Our hot weather usually ends at the end of February, so we could just do with some rain. Very unusual in Tasmania not to have had plenty of rain for our beautiful crops and farms. We have the most beautiful air here in Tassie. It's the purest air in the world. It's just been decided, not by me, by those clever people that sort all those sorts of things out. Yeah, so just going around carefully. I can feel I've got a couple of little tiniest little little air bubbles that have gone right on the edge. I was very careful with this, and I did try to make sure that I'd removed every air bubble. But if they're going to be anywhere, it's always around the very edge of a mould. You must always go around the edge of a mould with something soft to help remove any. There you can see I'm starting on there. Where I've slipped down, I shall clean that off before I go any further. It's completed. I also went round to the drink section and the food plate area, as you can see, just on the edges to highlight it. I think that looks really nice. No, I haven't done an extra blob there. That's some of the white underneath in the resin. And there we have on the bottom as well. I think I need to put a second coat on the one on the bottom. I'll do that now and then it's finished.